If you're looking for a coffee mug warmer, I bought 3 of Amazon's best sellers. We're going to go over the similarities, the differences. We're going to compare them. I'm going to answer your questions. And we're going to decide which one is best for you. So let's get into it. So we're going to look at the House Gem. This is the most affordable out of the 3. It has a 3.5-inch heating surface. This is the Barewin with a 4.1 heating surface. And then we also have the Kitchik Shop with a 4.5-inch heating surface. I just love how versatile these are because honestly, I have mine on all day because whether I'm sipping on my coffee, I'm the type of person that likes to sip on their coffee, their teas, and you know, I'm working and I know that my coffee stays nice and warm. I also warm up my candles and the fragrance just fills the room without warming up the room. Right now it's summertime. So I want the aroma of my candle. I just don't want it to be too warm. Or even if you're eating soup, it keeps your soup nice and warm. Now, these all have different surface sizes like we talked about. So that's why it's important what you need it for. But I just want to show you the versatility of these hot surface plates because honestly, they come in handy all year round. They also make such a great gift. What I love is that it heats it up in the bottom so your handle doesn't get hot. I like to put hot chocolate on these Mason ones, and the handle does not get hot because it just heats up the surface. Now, it does matter what kind of like mugs you're using because if you use these elevated ones, you know, it's harder for it to warm up. So you want to make sure you're not using any double walled or things that have too much elevation. You want to make sure that it's nice and flat. And you can use glass, ceramic, or even stainless steel like these travel mugs. Cleaning is like super straightforward with all of them because all you do is you're going to let it cool down completely. Then you're just going to wipe the surface off and you don't need to submerge them in water or anything like that. They are not waterproof, so you just wipe them from the top. And if you get any like sticky spills, if your coffee spills and it gets sticky, just use some Windex or some cooktop cleaner with a cloth and just wipe it down and you're done. It's like super easy, and that's the same for all 3 of them. But here's where the 3 are actually different from each other, and this is what matters when you're deciding which one to get. So the House Gem is going to be the smallest one. The heating surface is 3.5 inches. So if you need it for bigger mugs or you want to warm up bigger candles or like soups like this, it might be too tight. So the work surface is limited. It doesn't have temperature control or a timer. It's just a flip of a switch. If you're looking for something really basic and affordable, this would be the good option. Because it doesn't have that temperature control, it takes about 2 to 4 hours to fully melt like a candle jar. And the cord is 47 inches, so you got a decent reach if you're putting it behind your desk and things like that. So it's just really straightforward, no complications. It's just warmth. You just turn it on, it warms, and turn it off. Next is this Barewin. It has a nice wood detail on it. It looks really nice on the countertop. This one has a 4.1 inch heating surface, and it fits like most of your mugs comfortably. It also has 4 temperature settings, 125 degrees all the way to 176. It also has a timer too, so you can just set the timer and anywhere from 2 to 12 hours, and then it automatically shuts off, so you don't have to remember to turn it off. And there's also a digital display here that shows you the timer, and it shows you the strength of your heating, whether that's low, extra, high, or medium. I just love to be able to control the temperature because I put different temperatures depending on, let's say if I'm warming up my candle and I just want the scent to be light, then I put it on a low setting. If I want it to be strong, I can put it on a high setting, which I don't get that option with this one. There's different things too, like if I'm drinking tea, I also like to put it in a lower setting. As in my coffee, I like to put it on a higher setting. So it just depends on what you're warming up, and I really love the fact that this has temperature control. So this is the Kitchik Shop. This one's got a 4.5 inch heating surface, so slightly larger than this one, which means it fits more. So if you got larger mugs, you got, you know, bowls like this, a bigger candle, it has more room on the plate. Also has 4 temperature controls from 131, 145, 166, 185, and it gets hotter than this one. So if you're looking for something that has, you know, more heat, this one is a good option. Also, the biggest difference is the display. So you got the digital display here up on top. I like that the buttons are on here on top because I'm not having to, like, you know, bend down and look here. These are super easy to see, and they're also sealed. So even if I spill anything on them, you know, it's not gonna go through any buttons. Just like super easy to wipe down. As far as like just, you know, quick and easy, I love this kind of display, but I do love the design on this one. So it just all depends on what features you want. If you want the simplest, you know, just heat your coffee or your candle, then you can go with this most affordable option. You just turn it on and you turn it off. If you want temperature control and a timer, because you may forget to turn it off, or you just want to have like more control, this Bearwind one is really, really nice, and it's beautiful too. It's like the nicest one out of all 3. If you want like more heat and you want a bigger surface because you have carafes or, you know, soups and things like that you want to warm up, then this Kitchen Shop is a really good option. And it's my favorite display because it is just on top and it's very easy. It's very, you know, it's just like really basic to the point, super easy to use. And this also shuts off automatically as well. I like to have multiple because I like to have one in my office, one in my kitchen. All 3 have been really great options. It's just going to come down to what size you need the surface. If you just want something super basic, if you want the temperature control, this one gets even hotter and the display's on top. This one has the nice wood. So it just depends on what your preference is. I can't tell you this one sucks and this isn't amazing. They all have been performing super great. Haven't had no issues with either one of them. So I would just say go with the one that makes sense for your everyday use. All super great options. They all have great reviews, are all top sellers, and I love them all. So I really hope this helped you decide which one is best for you. I'm gonna go ahead and leave the Amazon link for all 3 of these down below, and I hope this helped.